is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
Okay folks, I only have what is 5 megabits per second, but you can see right here in the corner right now is running at 23 megabits per second. I'm not kidding you, look at this. It goes now down, so I have decided to record this. It's very unusual. When they are desperate to see what you have created, I mean, these people are freaking dying to see what I have made. Look what this is. 20, 17, 18. I have never had any speed like this in my life. I mean, never. That's like uploading speed of 20 megabits per second. So, in one of the following videos, I'm going to be talking to you about the Slovenian surveillance state. I will be talking to you about how, you know, they have tortured me with the internet all along, and I have also video recorded that stuff. It sure will be interesting. Like I said, I never had speed like this before. Look at this, 20 megabits per second, and I only get 5. The most is what I get, 6 sometimes, between 4 and 6. And now look, I have for free. Look at this. And look, it's not even 15, it's 20. Look. Not 10, not 5, not 10, not 15, but 20 solid, 20 megabits per second for free. What else do you want? You pay for 5 and you get 20 where they're desperate. How about that? Funny, funny. Look, 25, 24. I got to record this. This is truly, truly laughable. Yes, we live in a George Orwell's world. They watch everything we do on the computer, what we talk in front of the computer, and probably much, much more that we are not even aware of, because they don't disclose most of the stuff. The only thing that I would say to you guys is just be yourself, whatever the hell you are and whatever the hell you do. As long as you know what you do, you have nothing to worry about. Look at this. Look at this. Again, SIA and Slovenian state and so on, caught with pants down in the act. Right here, right now. George Orwell's state, 2017, but believe me, it was no different for me for the last, I don't know how I have even made it. I don't remember. Amazing. Amazing. So, since I've never had speed like this, I really want to record one. Look at this. Look at this. Is it anything left here that has to be uploaded, or is it already uploaded, the whole thing? Look at this here, Got 7 minutes remaining, are you sure? Amazing. Yeah, it's the video about NSA USA surveillance about the harassment of Donald Trump performed against him on behalf of NSA, SIA. So I want to give them a little taste about, since they talk about the Russian hacking, the taste about who they in reality should start ask, question demand answers, you know, instead of behaving like a shipple. So now I'm going to give him a good taste about what's going on. 21, 15, 16 megabits per second. We are back again almost at 20. A little bit down, but like I said, I never had speed like this in my life. Never ever have I had a speed like this. I would also note, okay, I don't know if you guys have seen this here, but there is received, something that is received. Like you can see, like about half megabit per second is something that I receive. What is it that exactly that I receive, that I'm receiving? I don't know what I'm receiving. I'm not downloading anything. So again, stuff that we don't know what's going on. Oh, I see the hard drive running too. You might have heard the hard drive as well, rattling and so on. But stuff about which we don't even know with these computers. This, I think, is, I'm pretty certain, number one computer, number one surveillance computer in the world, I would say. I would say so. Amazing. That's gotta be, I came up, I just woke up a little bit, okay? I have realized something else. There is gotta be something else going on too. They gotta be uploading something else, because look at the speed. This is 25 megabits, 25 megabits per second. They gotta be uploading something else, and I'm receiving something. Hard drives goes off sometimes here and then. It's like somebody browses my computer or something and downloads the stuff. Something really is going on here. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. So, but let's see what's gonna happen. Anyhow, just want you to see this here. Now. It's 99%. It's done. And look at what's going on now. Alright, it stopped. It looks like it stopped. It did stop. If something will be wrong with my computer, something, I know exactly when, how, and why. There's no doubt about that. I gotta demonstrate this to you. Once it was uploaded to the YouTube, the speed went back to normal. It disappeared. It never was, at least I wasn't aware of the speed like this before. And yeah, after whatever have uploaded to the YouTube, because I do believe that it was more than just my video. I don't know how much you have noticed, but the video already have uploaded 100%, and for a few seconds speed was still up to 20 megabits per second. So I don't know how much you remember that, but something else was going on. However, I do not know. But yeah, it's back to normal. It's again 5 megabits per second or so. Interesting. I'm going to point you out the video where the speed was retarded, and it went on like this for a very long time to 1.5 gigabit per second. It went on like this for over a year. So the stuff that they can do to you, if you don't have like speed monitor, internet speed monitor, is quite amazing, the stuff they can do to you. It's a very handy little gadget, this speed monitor, internet speed monitor. Well, this is December the 9th of 2016. and it's what they do to me already for a year. I finally got some real decent programs here, actually over a year already, since the very beginning when I got this internet. I got really decent programs here that are indicating exactly the speed of your internet. This is the controller for the internet upload, download, and send, receive. The problem is that these people, there's no way to talk to them. So I want to record this, and I do plan on pressing criminal charges against them because the internet providers' practice like this is completely illegal. I pay for 5 megabits per second, and this basically is what I get. The download speed is 1.5, and upload is somewhere around 5. And I want to do it again, and I'm going to start to monitor this, and then I'm going to do whatever I have to do. Simple as that. A download speed sometimes works, and then what they would do is they would just shut one down. It is as simple as this. Now, I am using a router, a wireless router, but that doesn't have anything to do with what you see here. And I have also proofs for that. So, this is the shit I'm dealing with when it comes to this internet provider. And like I said, I'm definitely not happy about it. 4.73 upload. That's what they do, and it's nothing wrong with this testing Xfinity software. I can use any software out there, it's going to do the same thing. They're going to show the same thing. Look at this, 0.38, 1.34, 1.54, 1.2, 155. This is just incredible. They are just begging for the court order because they hope that the court order is going to come from Slovenia, but I don't plan on Slovenian court order. I am going to do this every here and then just to prove this case to the court. But that's about it. The female representative for this company, Slovenian company, have stated me that they are allowed to variate the internet speed for about 10% plus or minus, and 1.5 megabits per second is not 10% when I'm actually paying 5 megabits. So that's like maybe 300% variation, and it's not acceptable at all. See, this is download speed. Look at this. The worst is that you can't talk to this communist from Slovenia about anything at all. They just don't understand it. That's what this is. Now we're gonna the upload is okay. Even the upload sucks. Look. But the best is this one here. This program here shows the best what the speed is, and not 4.3. Look, that's not 10%. That's more than 10%. Here, I don't even want to talk about this. I don't want to discuss monkey business like this. This is the company. This is embarrassing. This is disgusting, eh? 1.3, 1.2, 1.4 megabits per second speed. Two more, I don't know, three more, and I'm gonna continue to repeat this. Then basically I'm gonna have to do whatever it has to be done. I can understand, yes, I can completely understand that I'm using wireless VFI, but ain't that much difference. In fact, why would the upload speed be 4.5 and the download speed 1.2, 1.3? Makes no fucking sense, you see? There you go. 1.3 something. There you go. 1.3 megabit download speed, and as you can see, the upload speed is about, it's going to be about 4.5 or something like that. Not even this. Therefore, they are doing this. It does not have anything to do with my wireless router or something like this, because it always comes the upload speed 4.72, and I can see one here, 4.72 megabytes per second, and the download always comes to 1.31. That means has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with a router. And this is all nice and great, but the best is this here. This is by far the best. And sometimes, if I do some stuff like that is not related to videos and stuff, meaning downloading, and then I start to use, let's say, watch videos or something, the beginning, the download speed is 4.5, and then after like minute or so, what they would do is they drop one down from 4.5 to what you see right here, 1.1, 1.5. So they do this. There is something going on, some kind of a throttling of the internet that they do that, and you can see that on the internet that governments do that to certain people. It's interesting that they claim that it's the same for all the customers, that it's automatic, but that's exactly what the case is not. That's exactly what the case is not. See what this is? 1.56 megabytes per second downloading, 1.5, and this is what I get. And I'm paying for 5 megabits. So they reduce the speed for about like 3 times. More than 3 times actually than what they should provide. I get 3 times less than what I pay for, let's just put it that way. And the upload 7 something does not make any sense, and I frankly don't care about it, because I use the upload very little, almost nothing, and most of the time basically what I use is I use what you see here to record videos and so on. So let's get something better. Just look at this now.
Hey,
look at the speed.
You too.
I'm going to reduce this and look at this. 1.42 is what I receive. See that? 1.48, 1.5. That does not have nothing to do with my router. Absolutely nothing. And they do so because you don't use, you use maybe, I don't know, maybe 7-8 hours of uploads every month, which is basically nothing, and the rest of the time is what you use the download where speed. I have internet at, I'm not even allowed to watch videos in HD. It's disgusting. Experiencing interruptions. Here's the deal, even YouTube is realizing that my internet is not functional at all. And like I said, the worst part about all this is that these people, you can't even talk to them about anything. They're like belligerent, they deny, they decline anything. HD movies, as you see, I cannot even see them. I cannot even watch HD movies. Very, very poor speed, the whole thing. Look, and it stops and it goes on again, and it stops and it goes on again. I can't afford myself to have this kind of internet. It's not that this is about money anymore. This is about the sanity issues, obviously. These people went too far with this garbage. It's the kind of service nobody needs. You're gonna find here on the internet, you're gonna find out stuff about throttling, internet throttling, and they're gonna tell you this is the intentional slowing of the internet service, blah 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 blah, but nothing as radical as seen in this very movie that you are watching. Nothing as radical on this page. Data discrimination, this and that, yeah, talk to me about net neutrality law and so on. All these pages, the truth is that all these pages, these UN related pages, Wikipedia, you know, communists who call themselves liberals, because this is what it is, okay? The key word for the liberal, that's just the nice way to say a communist. That's what that is. All these pages, they're going to have all kinds of, on the sides, they're going to net neutrality, United Nations, discrimination, this and that, by the country, by the region. The truth is, they're all the same. You were able to see that, the NSA, American cyber warfare, Obama cyber warfare got the access from United States of America, the internet access to break the barriers all the way to Slovenia. So, you know what that means? It's like, it's very similar to extraordinary abductions, renditions. You know, when CIA went to other countries and they hijacked people and people disappeared and so on, and the governments in those countries knew nothing about it. It's exactly the same shit, the same thing. This is violation of the international laws, treaties. They can do to you whatever you are at any time as please, just as you have seen right here. And they scan our computers, they listen to us, they observe our behavior through computers, they study our habits, they modify our computers, they stuff our computers with viruses, they hack our computers. If you have watched other videos, you were able to see how they can hack computer literally through the browsers, how they can play with the browsers, the stuff that you were able to see what they do, Facebook and stuff. There is actually nothing they can do. They do absolutely everything, okay? There is no such thing as net neutrality. There's none of this. This is a fable. That's what this is. You scroll down, you're going to see here few cases here. Comcast Corporation, Canada, few other companies, whatever, Europe. But none of them admits that they do the stuff as seen here, because this is more than just internet throttling. This isn't about bandwidth throttling, like reducing, I don't know, speed for a few percents so they could minimize bandwidth congestion and so on. No, 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 no. They do this stuff for political purposes. When they find targeted individual like myself, you know, what was I taught from the CIA and have audio recorded them? We don't want you in America anymore. We don't want you here anymore. You go out of America, or we're gonna kill you. We're gonna kill you, was the name of the game. So when you try to establish, I'm not gonna even say re-establish, but establish your some kind of rights, you know, the right to be even alive. That's basically what they do. They come after you. You go to the other country, you go to other countries, and you're not even allowed to file for political asylum. I mean, this is much, much, much beyond Twilight Zone. You know, the movie that I have started with. Much beyond Twilight Zone. You can imagine having 30,000 job applications rejected on 2 continents in I don't know how many countries and stuff like this, forced to spend your life savings not having the right to any kind of unemployment compensation or any kind of government assistance of any kind, thrown in a psychiatric ward for complaining about human rights violations and so on. I mean, what do you want to tell me about the Twilight Zone? Twilight Zone is a joke. It's a freaking joke. And you know why all that is? It's because of United Nations, which are controlled by the Buckingham Palace, by the Rothschilds. The same thing as all other networks, internet channels, like social uploading websites like YouTube and so on. It's all controlled. They control everything. Mainstream media, they totally control, absolutely they control everything. And foremost, more than anything, they control United Nations. All this, none of this would have been possible without United Nations, folks. Just remember, United Nations is the killer. This is our death. That's what this is. This is what United Nations is. And I have found here, interesting also, I have entered here net neutrality, Wikipedia. It's just a fable, that's all there is. But interestingly enough, I have found here from Google, Slovenian Google. And if I do go through Slovenian Google, as you see here, there is nothing even about net neutrality. The internet is extremely manipulated and regulated against even principles, against everything that stands anywhere. Anywhere written on the cyberspace. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a fable. All this stuff here, net neutrality and so on, this is just a joke. Our governments are using all this to kill us, to destroy us, to literally to kill us, to drive us insane. You're able to see how they can use the internet literally when computer is not working, and that's what it is. When you use computer, when you use the internet computer, what you do is you invest your brain in it. I mean, that's basically what you do. You investigate, you research, you study, and so on. And when it's not functional, you're just driving yourself insane. And it's because it's like subconsciously you're doing the stuff you shouldn't. You know, it's like your thoughts are literally restrained. They literally place in chain your abilities and everything. So this much about the net neutrality, folks. Oh, just a little note that before I leave here, about 2 days later, on December the 11th of 2016, I have had another big argument with these people, because even that I had arguments with them, prior arguments, these people would simply not want to cooperate. They wouldn't want to do anything to change their approach toward me. You know, they came up with all kinds of garbage that there might be somebody else that is hooked up to my internet, which is actually impossible, because if that would be the case, the speed would be reduced to 50-50 if two computers would be hooked on the same router. If three would be, it would be split on three, and so on and so on. But you were able to see that the uploading speed was more normal than not at 4.5 megabits per second. That's normal for the router. It's completely okay. Basically, the speed that is no different even if you hook up to the wall, your cable. The difference is none. And finally, the individual that 2 days later I have the arguments with have reset, I should say, turn his switch on for the internet, and have finally allowed me to use the internet accordingly to with what I pay for the internet. That was 2 days later. Okay, 2 days later, ever since December the 11th of 2016 to very today, which is now, it's already January the 10th of 2017. The internet is again back to normal and it's working. But they have done to me tremendous damage, I gotta say. And this is a torment, this is a torture. And you are able to see that governments not only can, but they do with our internet as please. I recommend you folks to install in your computers a gadget like this speed monitor, net speed monitor, and also compare one with other programs to assure that it's working accurately, because I'm certain that anything that is produced, any kind of software, anything that is man-made can actually be manipulated. So you have to constantly monitor and check and see for yourself, you know, what is it that you get or not, and also what is it that they do to you when you don't know they do to you. Okay, if you don't have a little gadget like this, you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know what they download, when they download. They download our entire operating systems to their servers, and they see totally, absolutely everything you do on the internet. Okay, if you happen to be politically involved and stuff like this, and they want to know absolutely about everything, where you are, what button you click, where your mouse is moving, and so on. They want to know absolutely everything. Everything. So that much about net neutrality. And of course, the United Nations. None of this would have been possible without the murderous United Nations. That's the place where you can go and complain, and the only thing that's going to happen is not a little bit, but much more crime against you. That's if you're a white, straight individual. That's all there is to it. For everything else, United Nations, however, do exist. I happen to be a heavy-duty supporter of Donald Trump, and I consider this to be heavy-duty hacking of presidential elections in 2016. Heavy-duty hacking, driving Donald Trump's supporters literally insane with cyber warfare by the NSA, USA, CIA, and other intelligence agencies. And I'm talking about top people. I'm not talking about most of the people that work here, work in there, but the top people at this Cyber Command and NSA and CIA and this and that, I really do have a very serious problem with these people. These people don't serve America. These people serve political agendas. That's basically what they serve. And political agenda is anti-American, anti-world agenda. It is Obama agenda. We already know everything about that agenda. So they're talking about the Russians hacking, the Russian hackers. They should look into themselves, because they have hacked these elections a million times, not once. Like I said, they have stolen 37 million votes from Donald Trump on a popular vote, and they have had that voters and criminals, illegals, and so on voting for Hillary Clinton. And I'm not going to even go into stuff that Hillary knew about, presidential debates in advance and so on. And it was all done, all possible. Nobody was punished thanks to these very agencies. Who else? That NSA, USA, CIA, and so on. The top people, they're nothing more than just regular criminals is what they are. Thanks for watching this video. God bless you all, whatever you are. Till next time.